So the first issue seems to be fixed because it's recording. Okay. We're on the big screen now. Okay. Well, I have to get into cutscenes to see if it doesn't work again. Fuck, and the others are waiting outside. Okay. Get the mouse off the screen.
Hey, sleepyhead. Something I want to give you.
Whoa! You're giving this to me?
Yeah, use it well.
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
Well, he never used it. Where's Yuna?
We're taking the same boat as Yuna, right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together.
You really don't need all that luggage. They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
I mean, I don't think it hurts to take the luggage, just have someone else carry it.
Okay, off we go.
Having a summoner, they're not exactly the strongest people, physically anyways. That one didn't go green, at least. Oh, already in a fight.
Here comes one now. Hey, why don't you try out that sword I gave you?
No problem.
Not too shabby. You kept up with him pretty well. Might make a good guardian someday.
Did you forget all the enemies we fought on our way here first, Waka?
A flyer! My kind of customer.
Balls beat birds.
That looks like trouble.
Ha! Watch this!
Told ya. Only magic can beat that thing. If you can't
Took
beat 'em
56
down,
HP
you
out of
gotta
it. I
use
can
magic of an element they don't like.
probably
Magic?
beat it down.
Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean. Lou, you're up.
Clueless, aren't you? Good thing I'm here.
Elements. Magic and fiends have properties called elements. There are 4 elements: fire, ice, lightning, and water. Fire and ice are opposed, as are lightning and water.
Spells of ice work well against fire fiends, and ice fiends are weak against fire magic. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means...
I clearly use fire against it. I turn it into steam. Skill or sphere point. And that was this button. Um... Ability. Agility should be, attack speed, if I remember correctly. Where'd our blue Catman go?
Take your time.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
Are you ready?
What's going on?
Goodbye to a place she's lived at for 10 years? That'd be my guess.
It's an ancient custom.
Hey, Atomic.
People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chapu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat.
Sure, why not pray?
That should do it.
Okay, so... let's come this way.
This isn't the way to...
Well, fine, I didn't want to go that way anyways. Hey, it's our blue Catman. I don't know if I have it in me to grind all that much, but I wish you luck in your Persona 5 grind. Oh, that's right, he's a Dragoon type.
That's enough.
Thing is a little too thin to be beast.
What's with that guy?
Kimari
Way too
Ranso,
small feet.
of the Ranso tribe. He's learned the fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kamari doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
Huh.
Car scope. That would be for Lulu. How do I get up there? Oh, what's this? Something is written here. Kilika and Bicanel. Yep. You're an ugly thing.
A flyer. That's your department, right?
True. But, why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
Switching members. Press LB during battle to switch in a character not currently being used. Just switch them in and they're ready to go.
Your first real battle. Let's see some style.
Show us what your training has taught you, Yuna.
Okay.
Nice. Use summon command to call for Yuna to call an Aeon. I didn't realize there was a He-Man game on the Game Boy Advance. I don't think I ever realized that this bird has boobs. It kind of bothers me. Uh, Probably something similar to like what Robotech and stuff trying to get its other Macross series and merchandise in America. It's a Palpines 2 is a type of region for PlayStation 2 because each of the PlayStations back in the day, I don't know if they still do it for the consoles. They were basically coded to only read games from certain regions. Finally figured that out. Well, not figured it out, but allowed it to be a thing.
Another one of those. No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say good night, birdie. Yeah.
Oh, I was expecting a tutorial to pop up there. Your stats, ailments, and HP, okay. Smack it! I believe the dark attack was for 3. Do I have... Oh, it's a cactar. Realized. Yeah, dark attack for 3, or darkness for 3 turns. LB, switch to Titus. Oops, I thought I was on Titus, not Lulu. So. It should work fine with any capture card and stuff. I think. No, I need Monster B. I think it'd be a copyright issue. Hit the bird. Yeah, that is the gray area. Does Yuna have anything to move to? So a whole lot of empty nodes up there. That's for, I think I get the slot orbs if I remember correctly. Auto life. What do I get over here? Null Blaze and Null Tide. Null Shock, Null Frost. Ability Jinx. Accuracy. Nothing over here yet, so I can wait on her. Titus, you have... No. Stop it. What's this? Teaches the ability Flee. Some people... I think if the more you fill out the orbs, the, harder the game gets, if I remember correctly. I can now run away from battles. So there. The path. Oh, it's over this way. Are you gonna tell me I can't go this way? Oh, you're fine with me going this way, okay. Oh, this is where, we jumped off, I think. Or where, Waka pushed me off. Here's a gift from the temple to sanctify her departure. Seeker's Ring. No. No. HP plus 10%. Yes, we'll take that. So many things I want to tell her. Hey, you, the sea's crawling with fiends, so give this to Yuna, okay? Ether, okay. Anyone else want to say anything to me? That is a very crappy ship horn. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Helica port.
Boo.
The heck are you doing to this guy, Titus? Curving on Lulu?
Come to think of it, I haven't told you where we're going. First to Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that though, Yuna's gotta pray at the temple. I'll be guarding. We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory too, so you come along, yeah?
Great plan.
Hey, it is a great plan.
I don't see what's wrong with the plan.
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
Well, hi, I'm Titus. I came from a place that doesn't exist, apparently. Nice to meet you. Big blue cat doesn't want to talk to me?
Word is, that summoner's got noble blood. I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter. You don't say.
Lord Braska's daughter?
Defeat Sin, the daughter of Lord Braska can. Okay. Stairs up, stairs down. Sure. No way, remember what you did last time? Okay. Then I don't want the... What's in here? The captain? Breeze must feel wonderful. We'll arrive in Kilika before nightfall, go on take a nap or something.
Oh, them's fascinating clothes you're wearing.
I don't like the way you're talking to me.
Yeah! Filthy, filthy. These won't sell. Or me name's not Awaka. Don't look like you got much money, either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think
A
you
sword, and I know how to poke you with it.
Awaka the 23rd. Merchant extraordinaire.
are? Awaka the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet. But someday, the name Awaka will be spoken all over Spira. Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of gill to lend? I guess it pays to ask. Fine seed money for the Awaka merchant.
By
What the heck
chocobos.
is that?
What the heck is what?
What is this place?
The power room, like it says on the door?
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos? Those are chocobos?
What? You've never seen a chocobo? What kind of backwater island did you come from, anyway?
Spin toxin.
Miracles and oddities were starting to become daily routine on this trip.
La 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 la.
Oh, it's the chocobo theme.
La 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 la.
Remedy. Gotten seasick. Okay, just kick a random box. Get a potion out of it. Don't blame you.
I'm not at liberty to talk about our plan.
Restricted area. Our operation depends on this cargo.
So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
Just the same time she showed up on Waka's Island.
It's tough when your father's famous.
Huh?
Waka's a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Huh?
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, you talked to Yuna yet?
So far, there's been no green screen, so I think it's fixed now.
The wind. It's nice.
Weird. The wind feels nice and then start laughing. Why?
You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkin, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Waka. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkin, there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Checked. My father. His name is Jecht.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died. 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkin.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back.
So you don't know if he
And no
died.
one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jecht came to Spira.
But,
It's true, I first met Jecht 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left.
Wait, does he have a green eye and a blue eye?
The date fits, doesn't it?
Yeah, but how would he get here?
You're here? Are you not?
It's Sin.
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Sin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it.
Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
Wait! Oh boy!
like the design of Sin as a big world monster that's kind of always a threat. Giant evil demon whale thing. Then again, I'm a fan of kaiju, so... Um... Wings start to flicker. Oh wait, who am I on right now? I'm on... No. That one.
How many of these things are there?
Infinite number.
We hit the fin first?
Fighting at a distance. Regular sword attacks cannot hit targets at a distance such as Sin's Fin. Attack these enemies using magic or Waka's Blitzball attack. Summon Veil for yet. So... that thing. Antagonize the whale that's bigger than our ship. Switch to Waka. And chuck a ball at it. Still only one there. Do cheer. Probably switch off a Lulu. Screw it. We'll summon Veil for. Okay, so... what if fire? I don't quite understand the point of it moving around. Energy ray? Have a special mini game to play for this, or are you just gonna do it? Oh, just do it, okay. Yeah, it's pointless to fight those, okay. And we're moving back over here. Black magic. Try blizzard. It doesn't seem like it has any resistances or weaknesses. Aside from probably water, since it's a giant whale. There we go. Took a ball with that. Throw a heal on Titus. Switch over to Lulu. Be short of killing it. And Lulu's down. Back up, Lulu. Back you. Nope, cure. Make the fight longer by constantly moving the enemy around. Waka. Here, Lulu again. Move again. Kill it, Waka. There we go. That's why you don't antagonize a giant whale. No, we didn't capsize. Yeah, I don't recommend trying to swim in a skirt robe thing. You chuck on me. The hell are you? The demon jellyfish. Yep. Then spawn Achilles? Achilles? Fish down. 2 fish. Here for the stats up. Dark attack again. Where the dolphins that were with me a second ago, or right before the fight started went? Where did they go? Oh, he just summons more. Didn't scale down. Don't do blender again. Okay, I need to throw H potions down. Yay, jellyfish down. Where it looks like it's got a creepy smile. Two, two, three, three, one. Harpoon for Kimari. Rod of Water for Yuna. Now Sin's gonna come destroy the village. Why is it sending things up in the air like that?
When Sin attacked Xanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
See this save sphere, save orb, whatever.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, Milady Summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks be to ye.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
Huh?
Sphere grid. And get more max MP. Move all the way over here. Evasion. And mana. Speed, so get 1 agility, and it looks like accuracy maybe? Yep. Definitely need more mana on him. Walk is magic. Yuna has 3. Now we'll put her over here. Kimimaru. HP by 20. Over here close to Titus. Defense. Teaches Ultima. What else do we have over here? Scan. Defense. Magic defense. Null Tide, so that's where Yuna currently is. Jinx. You're not in a very good space, are you? Power Break. Extract Power. Guard. Thunder Fire. Dark Attack. I guess move up this way. At least get haste. But I do get scan down here. Okay. Hey, you're alive. Wait. What do you want? We're not open. Okay. Pub's closed. I don't think I can get through this without a drink. Hey, just watch your stuff. It's not safe this way. I just wanted to talk to Waka.
What's ascending? Are we going somewhere?
You truly are clueless. Are you sure it's just your memory that's the problem? The dead need guidance. Filled with grief over their own death, they refuse to face their fate. They yearn to live on and resent those still alive. You see, they envy the living. And in time, that envy turns to anger, even hate.
That's a
Should
mystic
these
view.
souls remain in Spira, they become fiends that prey on the living. Sad, isn't it? The sending takes them to the far plane, where they may rest in peace.
Summoners do this?
Should be a full cutscene. Yep. I remember this cutscene. She's not even walking on water, she's walking above water. That cutscene's aged kind of well. It's
It
probably
must be tough.
remastered to a
being
degree,
summoner.
but
Yuna chose her own path. She knew from the beginning what it meant.
it looks
All we can
how I
do
remember it looking when
is
it first came
protect
out.
her along the way, until the end.
Until the end? What's the end?
Until she defeats sin.
Oh.
I hope I did okay.
You did very well. They've reached the far plane by now, but no tears next time. Hmm?
I wished there would never be a next time. No more people being killed by sin. No more sendings for Yuna. Everyone stood there watching her. It was strange, and somehow horrifying. I never wanted to see it again.
You will. You would have to assume you will. Save. This is my home, and no matter how bad it gets, I ain't moving. Kid. I'm gonna be a blitzball when I grow up. A blitzball player or the ball?
Hey, you awake? Captain Walker's waiting for you.
I wanted to believe it was just a bad dream. That this was all dreaming. When I opened my eyes, everything would be back to normal. But when morning came, nothing had changed. Preparing this now, but it'll all be destroyed when Sin comes again. He destroys it, I fix it. I fix it and he destroys it. It's a never-ending cycle, I tell you. Just 3 potions. Please excuse him, he's been affected by the toxin. So if he says anything offensive, don't take it too seriously. What are you looking at? I ain't on display here. Go away, man. Okay. Waka's waiting for you. Everything's in shambles. I don't know where to start. Our loved ones made it to the far plane with Lady Yuna's help. We are truly grateful for Yevon's blessing. Hey, new primer. I don't care if there isn't any food, I just want to stay here. I'm scared to even look out at the sea. I can feel it out there, can't you? Merchandise. Oh, you're a customer, are you? Is there a comparison of stats, or is it just... Abilities equipped, official ball. Just going for buffs? Currently a sensor. Currently doesn't have anything, so we can buy that. Cactar scope we already have. Hunter sphere. Spear has piercing and sensor, which I already have. Seeker shield gives me HP. Currently has a bettering? What do you have? It says it's the same. Seeker's arm guard for Waka. Seeker's bangle. And Seeker's armlet. I want the chest. Give me the box. This should be learning Blitzball, I think.
Ah, there you are.
I have to be learning that soon.
On to the temple, where we pray for victory.
Go!
High Summoner O'Holland used to live in the Kilika temple here. Yep, Lord O'Holland was once a great blitzer, you know?
Waka. Praying for victory's all good. But is this right?
Something wrong with enjoying Blitzball?
Is this really the time?
This is the only time. The players fight with all their strength. The fans cheer for their favorite team. They forget pain, suffering. Only the game matters. That's why Blitz has been around for so long. At least that's what I think.
Whatever you say.
Let's play and win, right?
Right.
Temple's beyond the jungle there. Let's go.
Okay, so is there anything back this way? Person swimming in the water? I don't know if it's the toxin, but I can't remember a thing like my name, my house. I thought someone might notice me and help me out if I sat here, but no one's paying any attention. I guess everyone has their own problems to worry about. Aw. This was save point. Another save point.
What's up?
Yuna's saying she wants you with us.
Huh?
I want to ask you to be my guardian.
You know what? There's no time for jokes, yeah? He may be a Blitzball whiz kid, but up against fiends, he's a newbie.
Not a guardian, then. I just want him nearby.
What?
What? What do you mean?
It's just that... well...
We're all going to the temple anyway. Can't this wait till later?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have...
There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm just not really sure what's going on.
Kind of dense on
My
Titus.
apologies.
I see you, big plant thing. What does this say? Something was written here. Yep, those are letters.
Kimari, Why don't you use Lancet on it?
What's a lancet?
Normally, it's a skill that weakens enemies and heals the user. But when a Ronso uses it, that Ronso can sometimes learn Fiend's abilities.
Oh, he's
Hey,
a
sounds cool.
blue mage. Learn the skill. So, Sphere Grid for Lulu. Tame Scout. The heck is Scout? Not there. Rod of Water. Water Strike. Magic. Oh. The ball. Oh, I got a better ball? Who are you people? Yes, sir, on our weird crusaders trading calls if you ever see a sin spawn. Nope, not dealing with that yet. That's a thunder enemy. I think it'll tell me if I get the skill. Oh, she turned to stone. I didn't realize that. That's a bit of a problem.
I'm ready. Light shine strong, our woe be gone.
HP 1.5
Anyone thirsty?
for this. faster down this small thin path. No, wait, cure.
Aid us.
Kimari, he's looking a little weak.
Need a good jolt?
Cure the poison. Throw a water bubble on him.
I could take care of those alone, huh?
Heck. The heck are the chances of learning?
Just thought I'd give it a try.
Hey, that one's not ours, remember?
Give me the skill.
Take that.
Yeah, switching Titus right now. Don't know if I'm ready for that thing yet.
Take it easy, huh?
I'm fine.
Leave that one to...
Now what?
Lancet, give me your skill. I don't even know if you really have a skill. No, this is where I'm supposed to go.
No problem.
worries. Booyah! Piece of cake!
Okay, so go this way. Give me seed cannon. How much HP does it have? Oh, I can smack it more.
It's over.
Nope, I can't smack it more. Luck sphere. Change an empty node into a luck node. Don't know if I should do that. I think I might want to use luck on Kimari. Maybe that increases his chance to get the skills.
Let us Guardians
Skill spheres.
burn.
Give me seed cannon. Give me seed cannon. Do I have to kill it with the thing? sub.
Down.
Okay, what was the tutorial on that? Where is Lancet? Lancet, special, no MP cost transfer. Can also use this ability to learn enemy skills. So it doesn't have anything. Okay. It doesn't have any special things.
Make way!
You'd best stop that.
You'll learn a skill one day. Now, 136 damage on that poison. Holy crap. Set the whole force on fire. Serum Arm Guard. That is for... No. Waka? There we go. Poison Ward. Kinda wish it told me what Poison Ward did. Okay. Heal up. Go try and fight this big thing.
Company.
The fiend before us is Ochu, Lord of the Wood. We've had trouble with this one before. Remember.
So you're saying don't fight it? I'm gonna try to fight it. So... Oh. I do have it. Oh. So in that case... blind it. It's immune to blind. Burn. Go forward and jump. Fail for go. Burn. Lord Ochu falls asleep. Oof. Well, he's up again. He killed almost 1,000 HP. That's ridiculous. Yeah, good job, Veil4. Sub 1,000. Heal. Burn. Burn, you stupid plant. MP sphere and a new weapon for Waka.
A summoner and her guardians. Very impressive.
Sir, we should fight too.
We'll get our chance soon enough.
Young crusaders gather around. We'll beat sin into the ground.
I'm not sure about that. Okay, equip. Waka, whiff. Poison touch. Probably not the best right now because we're in the place where we just fought it, so stick with what I have right now. Lulu, let us move you. Over here. Your magic defense. Yuna, let us move you. Into an MP node. I don't know about that yet. Move to here. Raise strength by 1. Okay, so this is haste. This is extract speed. And then I have to go back. Do I even have any... I don't even have any skill orbs right now. Leave Titus there. Move. I can move Kimari back. Try and fill out one of those orbs. With the luck orb. Agility by 1 point. Magic defense. Health. Defense. Strength. So I'm right there next to scan, but I don't have any skill orbs to learn scan. Screw it, let's go. Is it activated now? Okay. Let's go heal up. Oh, switch to walk up.
No worries.
Nope. Wrong way. There we go. Then Lulu, water this. Ooh, new weapon. Fire Strike. That's probably good here. I said I'm gonna run into a bunch of water enemies.
Oh. These stone steps have a history, you know. Yep. Lord O'Holland trained here at his peak.
Why are you just laughing?
A race, huh? Think you can beat me?
Yuna, if you would.
Ready?
Hey!
Ah, huh? Hey!
Still don't say anything.
Kids.
Look out!
Everyone,
What the
quick!
hell is that?
Sin spawn!
Well, I'm glad I saved. That's weak to nothing. You're weak to this.
It's hard as rock. My sword's no good.
Drain its mana, so it can't do anything. Burn. Oh, wait, what?
Its tentacles absorb any spells cast at its body.
Okay. Still do Lancet, though. Switch to Waka real quick. Chuck a ball at that. Has no mana. Um... Burn! It's Biolante! Up heal. Summon Veil 4. If it does anything, if Veil 4 survives after being summoned and killing it. That's what we're gonna try. For Staccato. $3.99. Okay, it should be dead.
Yeesh.
Sorry about that. Hope to break you in a little slower.
Being a guardian's tiring.
You handle yourself pretty well. You got talent.
Hey. So, what are these sin spawn anyway?
Fiends. They fall from Sin's body and are left behind in its wake.
Leave him alone and Sin comes back for him. You gotta be quick.
That moment when Waka told me I had talent in battle, I think that was when I started seriously considering becoming a guardian.
Okay. Ability Sphere. And a Rod of Darkness. Okay. Equip. Yuna. Rod of Darkness. Gives Dark Touch. Anyways, Titus. Move here. Move over here. Waka. Move. Over here. Move. Over here. That's going to be a nice HP bump for Lulu. Burn ability Focus. I don't know if that's activated or not. I assume it is. No, it's not lit up. Okay, so we do help. Basic terms. Reference. No. Overdrive modes. Overdrive modes determine how each character overdrive gauge fills up. For example, a stoic charges up whenever enemies damage him, while a warrior charges up every time he damages enemies, and a healer charges up by healing allies. All characters start out as stoic but learn new modes depending on their actions in battle. For example, a character who often restores HP will learn healer. Okay. Jinx. Lowers enemies' luck, thereby reducing their accuracy, evasion, and crit. Grants immunity from one fire attack. Deals non-elemental damage to all enemies, useful against enemies that resist or absorb certain elements. Demi is, yeah, by 1/4, okay. So... info window. Ability, blue is ice, white. Ice is white. Okay. Defend. Press Y to have him assume a defensive stance. Takes full damage from magical attacks, but half from physical. Okay. MP, miss, immune. Don't quite know how that works. Go down here to the save point real quick and heal. Definitely have to look up how the ability spheres, or not the ability, the like
they got
MP
fiends in
spheres
Xanarkand
and
too.
stuff.
Just a few. It's a big deal when one shows up, though. Hey, since when have you believed me about Xanarkand anyway?
I've been thinking, maybe people sin gets to don't die. Maybe sin carries them through time, like 1,000 years through time. And then one day, maybe they just pop back, see?
Amazing. Simply amazing. You make up one theory after another, refusing to face the simple truth.
I never
Sin
realized
didn't
her hair was
take
braids.
Chappu anywhere. Sin crushed him and left him on the Jose shore. Your brother won't just pop back. Oh, and one more thing. No matter how much you want it, no one can take Chappu's place.
Calm
No
down
one
there,
can
Lulu.
replace Sir Jekt, for that matter. And there's no replacement for Lord Braska, either. It's pointless to think about it. And sad.
Kind of a bitch.
I could never be what Chappu was. Well, stuff happens. Best not to worry.
Waka, Lulu, and Waka's brother, Chappu. Something had happened between them a long time ago. I was sure of it. Well, whatever it was none of my business, that's for sure. Best not to go there.
Next temple. It's on its sides. Haven't caught a cold in years. There are famous people come here. Where could they be? I don't know if that's possible with a giant killer demon whale.
You here to pray for victory too?
Us pray? Who needs to pray? The Luca goers always win.
Oh yeah? Then why you here?
We've been praying for some competition this year.
So what's your goal this time? You gonna do your best again? Ha! It's too bad your best isn't good enough. Why even bother showing up?
This time, we play to win.
Ooh, play away. Just remember, even kids can play, boys.
See you in the finals.
We'll beat them. We have to.
You know that team?
Putting people down. They're as bad as my old man.
But Sir Jekt was a kind and gentle man.
Well, not my Jekt. Even 10 years after he left. Just thinking about my old man got me angry. But maybe that was just my way of keeping him... Nah.
Keeping him what? In your mind? May the Kilika Beasts win this year's tournament and serve as a sign of encouragement and hope for the people of Kilika. Temple of Fire. So I get Ifrit. What I'm getting out of this. I'm supposed to study real hard and become a nun, but I just want to run around and play at the beach. Really like studying the scriptures. The monks give us lots of sweets if we study hard. Yeah, once we win the tournament, this will be my victory pose. I envy your happy-go-lucky attitude. No one over here? Okay.
I think Waka needs to do a little more praying.
Lord O'Holland, guide our feet.
Pray. I wonder if this actually affects anything. These little small choices of pray or just stand and watch and stuff.
A summoner, are you?
My name is Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid.
Donna? So, you're High Summoner Braska's
Nice outfit,
daughter.
Donna.
That's quite a name to live up to. My. And all these people are your guardians? My, what a rabble. As I recall, Lord Braska had only 2 guardians. Quality over quantity, my dear. Whatever were you thinking? I have need of only 1 guardian. Right, Bartello?
I only have as many guardians as there are people I can trust. I trust them all with my life. To have so many guardians is a joy and an honor.
Sure, it's expensive too.
Even more so than being my father's daughter. Of course, I would never think of questioning your ways.
The more guardians you have, the more rooms you have to pay for.
So, Lady Donna, I ask of you, please leave us in peace.
You do what you want, Bartello, we're leaving.
A guardian is someone a summoner can rely on. Someone she can trust with her life. I wondered, did Yuna feel that way about me?
Asked you to be her guardian.
About?
Lord O... The faith is below. Let's do it.
The faith?
But first, the Cloister of Trials. Kamari, Waka, ready?
Strength, everyone.
No. Ah! Hey, what gives?
You're not a guardian yet.
We'll be back as soon as we can, okay?
Oh, sure. Soon. Like tomorrow soon, I bet.
Am I able to leave? Hello? Am I stuck in here? Let me out.
Where's Yuna? Then why are you here?
Hey, I'm not a guardian, so I'm not supposed to go in, right?
Not a guardian, you say?
Hey, wait! Ah! Let me go! Go! Hey! What's the big idea?
Why does this voice sounds real familiar?
Huh? This is bad. Really bad. Come on, go up! Go up!
Okay, guess I'm taking part in a trial now.
Only guardians allowed. And I'm sure no guardian. Well, I guess it's too late now.
I'll have to wait here often if you actually like leave your console on for several hours or days or whatever, if it would actually do something. Like, I heard about that one fight in Metal Gear Solid 2, I think it was. Silicosphere. Does that do anything for me? Took the Glypsphere. Okay. Messed up. Push. First, I was supposed to push it onto this. Maybe I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing. What if we put it over here? What if we put it over here? You don't tell me anything. Oh, there we go. Glyph glows on a roll. The glyph repels you. Okay. Glyph glows on the wall. It repels you. What in the world am I doing? There we go. Everything's on fire there. Just the reset button. What it seems like. Try to not mess this up. Come on. Push. And over here. Maybe put the glyph in here? There we go. Destruction sphere. this over here, maybe? Hey, chest. Oh, I am going to be fighting Ifrit, so... Back here, get this fire one. Take the sphere. Make our way out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It was Donna and that big musclehead man.
Yuna will be the one to suffer the consequences.
What consequences?
She could be excommunicated. Just wait.
So what's in there anyway?
The faith, remember?
Oh yeah.
The Faith are people who gave their lives to battle sin. Yevon took their souls, willingly given from their still living bodies.
Huh?
Now they live forever, trapped in statues. But when a summoner beckons, the souls of the Faith emerge once again. That's what we call an Aeon.
All that in this room?
What a weird doorway.
What's Yuna doing in there?
She prays with all her heart for a way to defeat sin.
The chamber beyond is a sacred...
What? Even Guardians can't go?
It's taboo.
Oh.
I was trying to come talk to you. I wasn't trying to reach for the door.
Just wait.
There was something I didn't tell anyone else that day. That song we heard there, in the temple, I knew it from my childhood. It was proof that Spira and Xanarkin were connected. Somehow. At least to me it was. Maybe that's why, suddenly, I felt like I just wanted to go home. I tried to say something to tell them, but the words wouldn't come.
Ifrit, confirm. Anything in here now? Flashback. Titus jealousy's not getting all the attention now.
I thought I had put my feelings for Xanarkin behind me. But they were there, and they grew inside me bigger and bigger, till I was just about ready to burst.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
What do you want to do?
To scream real loud?
Okay then. What do you want to do? Scream real loud. Anything else? Nope, just scream real loud. Give me your skill, whatever it is. Smack. Still can't read it. What am I doing? Yeah, why not?
Off to Luca at last. The matches start soon as we get there, so rest up on the way, yeah?
Is there a new chest in here? Gimme, gimme. Want to have some fun? Hey, that boy is in the Aurochs as a cutie. Looks like our gals are brewing up something back there. I'd be afraid if I were you. Why do I feel like I'm being watched? Probably because you are. Tournament's coming up real soon. I wish we had more time to practice, yeah?
Some people can be so...
Excuse you, Donna.
They ask a fortune for... Me business is in shambles.
Okay.
It might not mean much, but...
I still can't go back there. La 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 la.
What y'all talking about?
Who are you supposed to be?
Ah, I remember him. Guy from Kilika.
Huh?
You know, one of the Besaid Aurochs said something about winning the cup.
Oh, right. You're that idiot.
Don't call him that.
But he is an idiot. They don't got what it takes to win the cup.
Well, they do now that I'm here.
Yes, they will win. He used to be the star player of the Xanarkand Abes.
Yeah, as if anyone lived in those ruins.
It's not ruins. There's a big city there. There is.
I got too close to Sin and...
There is a city, really.
Right, whatever your ladyship says.
Everyone's pants are bothering me. What is the point of the straps and stuff?
What's wrong? You seemed kind of mad back there.
They were being rude, and... I do believe your Xanarkand exists. I really do, you know?
How come?
Sir Jecht used to always tell me stories. It'd be great to see your home someday. I'd love to go there.
Yeah. So, Yuna, want to come over to my place?
Or are you finally picking up the hint,
Right.
Titus?
Sure. As if I had a place to show her.
Aurochs are the team to watch this year. They say they got a blitzer from Xanarkand on their team. But come on, you actually believe that rumor? Ah, no way, I only meant it be a fun match, or fun to watch. We can finally relax now that the goers are down in the cabin? Got pushed into this door. I didn't want to be here. Wait, what was that? Oh, that's just the map. I thought it was something pink and green glowing.
Well, say something. You'll take responsibility.
Relax, he's bound to know someone in Luca.
And if not?
He could always join a blitz team. Anyhow, it's better than just leaving him in Besaid.
What? Just leaving him in Luca?
What do you want me to do?
Yuna wants to make him a guardian.
Oh, yeah, jeez. There's that too, eh?
And whose fault is that?
Not mine. It is mine, huh?
Up here? Practice the Jecht shot. There's the freaking Shadow Kid again. Who the heck is the Shadow Kid?
Well, well, trying to follow in my footsteps, are you? I usually charge for lessons, you know. That shot is done like this. You can't do it, kid. But don't worry, my boy. You're not the only one. No one else can do it. I'm the best.
Bit arrogant. Memories of that day still haunt Titus and interfere with his concentration. Try to shake off the memories and successfully perform the Jecht shot. Press up, left, and A at the same time. For example, when a memory appears, press up, left, plus A. Press up and A at the same time, similarly when it appears straight above. When it appears in the bottom left corner. Simply press A without using the directional buttons when it appears in the center. You get the hang of it, now try the real thing. Show Jack what you can do.
You're out of your league. The best. No one can't do it, kid. You're out of your league. You can't do it. You can't do it. You're out of your league. You're out of your league. Do it. No one else can do it.
The best? Yeah, right.
I didn't think I got that. I felt like I missed quite a few of them.
Whoa! What's that called?
Doesn't have a name. Anyone can do it if they try.
Show us one more time, yeah?
Gotta do it again.
I knew it! I knew you were something special!
You walk up. Okay, go flirt with Yuna.
That was the eject shot, wasn't it?
How do you know that?
Sir Jekt showed it to me when I was a child. He called it the Sublimely Magnificent Jekt Shot Mark III.
Stupid name, huh? You know what? There is no Mark I or Mark II, you know? My old man said the name Mark III was just something to hook the crowd. He said they'd come back every night expecting to see Mark I and Mark II. And they really did come back. I used to get so mad. Is he alive, you think?
I don't know. But Sir Jekt was my father's guardian.
So he's famous here, too?
Yes. So, if anything happened to him, I should think word would get around fast.
Uh-huh.
What would you do if you found him?
Punch him.
Who knows? I thought he died 10 years ago. Well... I'd probably just smack him one.
Yeah, there we go,
After everything
Titus.
he put Mom and me through. And because he was famous, I was always... Well, you should know, Yuna. Your father's famous too. Everyone in Spira knows him, right? Ain't it tough?
It is hard to follow in his footsteps as a summoner.
Sure.
But the honor of having a father like him surpasses all that, I think.
Well, there wasn't much to honor about my old man, that's for sure.
You shouldn't say that about your father.
I got the right.
I guess you do.
Ow!
Show me that move again!
Yo! I didn't think my old man would come to Luca. He never did like watching other people play. But I couldn't help feeling something bad was gonna happen. And these feelings of mine are usually right. Sure, I had told Waka I'd help him win the tournament, but I wasn't sure I had it in me to play at all anymore.
Save the current game. Major who?
The ships carrying the players are arriving now. This would be GOG number 2. All the way from Killica, it's the Killica Beasts. High Summoner O'Holland used to play for them, a big name to live up to. Their hometown was recently attacked by Sin, isn't that right, Jimmy?
Yes, Baba, they're gonna be pulling out all the stops to try and bring back the cup this year.
Exciting, isn't it, folks? Our next team off the ramp is... Well. If it isn't, the Besaid
What crap are you going to say about us?
They're a living, breathing, statistical impossibility. I've never seen a team this bad. That's right, in 23 years, they've never made it past the first round. Only a few die-hard fans are in the audience today.
Best of luck to them and a safe journey back to Besaid.
Right, Jimmy? Moving right along, our next team is... Here they are, folks, our very own Luca Goers. They've got power, they've got speed, they've got teamwork. They're an all-round first-class team, and they're back home in Luca.
Without a doubt, they are the favorite this year, Baba. And after the way they dominated last year, it'd take a miracle for them to lose today.
Keep swearing this team has boobs. It's just, I think the yellow on the chest keeps making me think they have big old boobs.
It's like this every year, yeah? Don't let it bother you.
Stop right there, goers. You guys are smiling now, but not for long. 'Cause this year, us Aurochs are taking the cup.
What in Yevon's name were you doing up there?
We sure stood out, though. We were on the sphere. We were? Maester Micah is here.
Already?
The number 3 doc.
What's up now?
Maester Micah has arrived, that's what.
Micah? Maester?
Maester Micah is the leader of all the peoples of Spira.
No.
He's come all the way from Bavel. The tournament is being held to honor his 50 years as Maester.
50 years? Shouldn't he be, retired by now?
Hey, mind your mouth now.
Let's all go see him.
Nah, get to walk around again. Loot. Loot. Nope. Rolled spear for the past 50 years. Save so I don't have to listen to all that cutscenes again. Don't go that way, go this way.
Can't see a thing.
Shh. The hell are those things?
That's a Guado, right?
Who could it be?
Isn't that Maester Seymour?
How do you get your hair to be like that?
People of Spira, I thank you for your generous welcome. Rise, Maester Seymour, and all of you as well. I present to you the son of Maester Jiskel Guado, who departed for the far plain a fortnight past. As some of you already know, he has been officially ordained a Maester of Yevon.
I am Seymour Guado. I am honored to receive the title of Maester. In life, my father Jiskel worked to foster friendship between man and Guado. I vow to carry on his legacy and to fulfill my duties as Maester to the best of my abilities.
You too, bow your head. Really psychs you up, yeah? All right, last meeting before the match. How so?
Really? Another save point? Okay.
Where's Waka?
Let the matchup draws.
We had to play the Goers in the first match last year.
The year before that, and the one before that, too.
Well, we would have lost to anyone anyway.
Captain Walker!
We're playing the Albed Sykes first. If we win, we're in the finals.
What?
That's right. We got seeded. 2 wins, and we're the champions.
How did we get seeded? We're the worst ranked team.
First things first. Let's go over the basics again, boys.
Team in the sphere pool. Overhead map shows all players' current positions and the direction each is facing. Here, only one team is shown on the field. Titus is carrying the ball now. The ball carrier is displayed as a circled arrow on the map. Now let's watch the players move. May seem confusing at first, but it's actually quite simple. By default, player movement is set to auto, so everyone moves around the pool automatically. Use the overhead map to check the players' positions. The triangular frame inside the red circle is the opposing team's goal. Here it is, the goal is always on the left-hand side of the overhead map. Let's resume. Try to keep track of your position in relation to the goal. Moving away from the goal. Press Y. When the ball carrier can be moved manually, all other players stay on auto. Oh god, this is making me a little dizzy. Okay. Know that it becomes harder to manage your teammates while manually controlling the carrier. This mode is recommended for veteran blitzers. Press Y again. Now you're back to auto movement. Try switching between manual and auto to get a feel for both modes. There's no feel, it's auto, just auto moves. to the goal. In manual mode, the direction of movement corresponds to the overhead map. So if I constantly press right. Okay. There is also stick with auto movement for now. Movement modes are only applicable when you're on offense. When you're on defense, your entire team moves on auto. Use overhead map to keep track of play, change movements of Y. In order to make a player perform an action, you must choose an action command. You can press by pressing X. Press X now. Game pauses while the action command window is open, so you have ample time to think about your next move. There are 3 available commands: pass, shoot, and dribble. Dribble simply makes the player resume movement. Pass and shoot are the most important commands. Select the receiver for your pass. The stats are shown on the top right. Your pass is complete and now Dado has the ball. Stats determine the outcome of each pass. Take a look at the number shown next to PA. That number 10 represents Dado's passing accuracy. Let's pass the ball back to Titus. Pressing X. Pass. Gradual decrease in PA. The friction of the water causes the pass's PA to gradually decrease. If the PA reaches 0, the pass becomes uncatchable. Now let's watch Titus throw a bad pass. We'll set his PA to 3. Press X. And keep an eye on his thing, okay? 3, 2, 1, 0. Pass failed, the ball becomes loose. A loose ball can be claimed by anyone. A player of high PA can successfully throw longer passes. Now 10 for shooting. Famous pass. A shot that reaches a goal with shooting of at least 1 will score. If a shot's shooting is depleted, it will fail. Goalkeeper defends the goal from Titus's shot. Stats appear beneath yours. Are displayed on a blue background. Enemies are on a red. CA represents the goalkeeper's ability to catch incoming shots. In this example, it's 8. Let's resume. 7, 6. Check. It's 2. Since the shot lost some SH as it traveled through the water, it's currently at 2. Here we take the SH and subtract the goalkeeper's CA. If no SH remains, then the shot fails. Be aware that the actual CA applied here is randomized, ranging from 50 to 150% of the goalie's current CA. Here, the goalkeeper has a CA of 8, so the actual amount subtracted may vary from 4 to 12. Let's see whether the shot score will remain above 0. No, it won't. Switch to manual and swim closer. I don't want to shoot, I wanted to swim closer. 8. Oh, there we go. Go to the left. Then X, shoot. There we go. Because I still had points. Using HP. HP is stamina. Select shoot. Watch closely as he loses 10 HP. What happens when HP runs low? Players can still shoot even if their HP falls below 10, but when they do, their shots are only half effective. Encounters. For now, select no break. The stats are displayed in the top right. But in an encounter, opposing players try to block your passes and shots. The pass loses an amount of PA equal to block. The defender reduced the PA of the pass when he got his hands on it, okay? Okay. Stats are shown, so you add them together, right? Okay, shooting at the goal. Didn't shoot. The goalkeeper also comes in. Try to break through. The ball carrier will try to shake off defenders by breaking through their tackles. If he withstands their tackles and breakthrough succeeds, and fewer defenders remain. Try breaking through. Grab. Now Grab will tackle Titus. If Titus can withstand it, he'll give up the ball. This is how hard the tackle will hit at 7. Gain has reduced to 0, then tackler steals the ball. Breath through grab. I don't know, I'm just tired of reading. I feel you, Titus.
There you are. Someone said they saw Sir Orin in a cafe.
Orin?
Yes, Sir Orin. Let's go find him.
Hey! Hey! The game starts like real soon. You come back quick.
Hey, I'll...
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Waka. You're stiff, man. No, not your face.
Yeah.
Just breathe out. Relax.
Okay.
Like this. Just breathe. Yeah.
Maybe now we can find Sir Jekt.
Huh? How?
Orin was the other guardian.
Also my father's guardian. So, he might know where Sir Jekt is. Let's go now.
It didn't even occur to me to think that the Orin Yuna was talking about, and the one that I knew from Xanarkand could be two different people. I don't know why, but I knew it was the same guy. I knew it was the same Orin.
Okay. Save point. Okay, I'm gonna call it quits because my eyes are starting to strain and I feel it, and it's starting to give me a slight headache. So, I need to go here. Oh, that's loud. Sorry about that. Okay. Nope. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I will try to be on tomorrow. I might need to get a second game going. Might break the Final Fantasy X playthrough up a little bit just so I can give myself a break from reading too much. Put a more action-oriented game in there to break it up from time to time. But either way, thank you for tuning in. I will try to be on tomorrow, but we will see how things go. If I am, it will be around 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you have a good weekend. Bye-bye.